Oops. And again, it's still, and usually, even though it looks really hacky, sometimes I like to leave it to the end. Detailing at the end, and then what I do is I take, when it's all done, oops, when it's all done, then I like to take my visor and a nice pick knife. Okay, then we'll get into, while we're at it, we still got some time. I wanted to take a little break and do something with this. I'll tell you a little later what we want to do. That is really hacky. That is really bad. But the best part is this is around the beard, and the beard is, hair is very, I want to say, imperfect. I mean, you can really hide that with the beard. Now I want to put in, let's see how this is going to work. I'm going to pencil this. You could probably wait until I'm done. And like I said, I got his head tilted a little bit, not only turned, but tilted. So the hat's going to be tilted. Let me do this a little bit here. Oh, good. You didn't see that. Good. So does that look all right? Because here's where you do a little bit of your testing. Because, you know, you'll have the tufts up here. But anyways, then what I want to do, and I'm not starting with the eyes yet, just I want to try to figure things out. When you do the eyes and nose, that's where everything, especially when you have the nose and the eye socket, everything goes around that. When we get into the face, you'll see why. But right now, I'm going to put the eye line just as kind of a quick, I mean, I don't want to get into measurements or anything, but I'm going to do this for the sake to see how that looks. With the shoulder, I mean, the shoulder is kind of, and he might have, because if he had the mouth, and then you would have the jaw line would be, because the eye line, no, the jaw would be about here. And his beard, and so therefore the jaw is here, so we're still okay in the neck, shoulder, because when you start doing beardless characters, you always want to know where your shoulders are, and when you pencil in, you do this arc right here of the shoulder, from the shoulder arc up just a little bit. You don't have to do this now, I'm just showing you something. You know, you're Native Americans or something, and that's where you begin your neckline. So there's plenty. So we're not too far up. Oops. Did I not show you? There's the neckline, or the shoulder line, and then this is where you do the neck. But like I said, we're not doing this. Let's take our eraser. I'm just a little extra when you do your cowboys or your hunters or your whatever, beardless female characters, whatever. Just a little extra there. Okay. Now is the time that I want to, I can't, when I turn this off, it's not like you're going to go away. You're going to turn this off and come right back. But what I want to do is I want to drill the hole in the gloves. In fact, let me figure it out and drill it. And then when we come back, we can get working on the gloves and stuff and the legs. Now the head and the beard is, like I said, the head, beard, all that. That's, I want to say easy, but it's more rudimentary. I mean, it's like I said, getting that arms, even the arms are going to have to come in a little bit more here. Going to be cleaned up a little more. Now this thing is, this hand is buried. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut down for a second, and I'm going to put a hole like right here, and I'm not going to go very far. I'm going to put, I want it to be about, I want it to end up to be 1/4 of an inch. Or you can do less than that. But when you drill, you use a smaller bit to do your guide. Oh, what is that called? Oh, I lost it. My brain. Guideline, guide. Yeah. You use a smaller bit, and then you a bigger bit and a bigger bit until you get what you want. Because if you start with the big bit, there that goes. And that's why I want to take care of this now before smoothing this out. I mean, I found out the hard way. You have a nice, beautiful hand, and then you put the drill to it, and there it goes. There goes the fingers. Here, the bag is going to be same thing back here. The only thing is, yeah, I'm going to do something like, oops, 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 oops. Actually, you don't have to pencil things in right now. Wait till I come back. But it's going to be something like this. Because then the bag is going to come up here. In other words, you're going to have a big bag. And then it's going to come up like he's holding on to the lid. And then we'll have just like a little bit of a thing sticking up here. But let me do this. Come back and tell you how I did it. And so here we are thus far. Just blocking it out because I think we're getting there to the point of doing, I want to call it medium details like we did here. That's sort of a medium detail. Okay. And I drilled the hole. Let's move this a little bit this way. All the way through. Now it got into the coat part. I'm not too concerned with that right now. Here. And then now is the time to, well, maybe not so much the time. I thought while I had this little break, I got just very universal bell kind of a thing. It's all I did is take a, what is that? Now you can have the bell as big as you want, small as you want, long, wide, so many different varieties. This is 3 5/16-ish by 2 3/4. Give or take, any size. That's why I hesitate to give you the size. Same with this hunk of wood. Got out of the scrap pile. Now it is, I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing before and it's going to be a little bit bigger right now. It's quite a bit bigger. I mean, we don't want to have it up in the air like this. Well, you probably could, but might end up. And so any size piece. I mean, this particular piece I got is 1.5, and it's going to be about a little less than 3-ish, about 2-ish. And what's going to happen is you want to take this much off, and then when you take this off, then you're going to, I think you're going to go back a little bit because I'm going to have this kind of a forward, maybe forward, or you can just have them back like this. We'll see. It's all open. The bag is so imperfect. You can do whatever you want. What I want to do is I want to get back into shaping the arms and the hand. As we left off, adjust my behind there, sitting on my brains. And I want to get this settled, and I want to get the hands more settled. I mean, everything else will fit after that. Like I said, that's the thing I'm holding my breath for right now is, will the hands work? Which they should. I mean, there shouldn't be any issues. Should, my favorite word. Again, I'm going to take this off. And while I'm at it, I do have a book coming out from Fox Chapel Publishing, one of their nice wood carving step-by-steps, called Santa in Disguise. I'll bring this up a little bit. So I don't know if it is either coming out, or by the time you see this it has already been out, or will we be on book number 2? Who knows? But let you know that's coming out or is out. Russell Scott. Santa in Disguise is based on Santa could be anywhere. I'm taking a little bit of this elbow off, just bringing this up a little more, so it's a little more easier to work with. And it's about how Santa is everywhere. It's like Santa in general work clothes. And of course you can also take the same patterns and make them into Santa suits. I have some examples of that. But for right now, check it out, Fox Chapel Press. Get on that Carver's Woodcarver Illustrated site. You can or will see it there shortly. Right now, it's really hacky right now. I'm very, very uncomfortable. See, and the thing about the hackiness is that in order to clean it up, I gotta swing it this way, I gotta swing it this way, fix that, and I gotta swing it this way. I really hate doing that on the video. It kind of makes you kind of a little seasick or something. Okay, time to shape. Now, like I said, I wanted to keep this, at least this part of it. Get up over there. See how this kind of this I want to call it cowboy. Do I have other pictures of it? So it's like the glove, and you got the hand, it goes around the hand, and then it comes out, and then it comes down, and then there's the suit. So let's see, can we do 2 things at the same time without hurting ourselves here? And so what I want to start, like I did this line right here, like I said, there's going to be a little bit where it comes out. I wonder if I can, if I were to leave the book, can I use that as a guideline so I don't, oops. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to come down like this. There's still some more rounding off, but I want to get the block started and round. The reason why right now the hand looks kind of really funky right now, but that's because we're going to cut off quite a bit. And that's going to be in. Thumb out of the way. And still a little rounding. We'll do more rounding a little later. Trying to block and round at the same time. Because this is we are trying to get this shaped quite a bit. Now this pencil is going to come in. Where are we? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Good. So this is going to go this way. There we go. Now, since this is another reason why I want the hole in, is so we know where the grasping is. So, like I said, we're gonna thin this a little bit. There we go. Same with this end here. Now we're getting around. We're gonna be getting around the grasp. It's got a little too much out here. Now we want to round this way. Now it's starting to really take shape. Bring the fingers around this way. You can see how we started with this large block out. I want to be careful here. Now the thing is that when it comes to the hand pressing against the beard, of course the hand is going to win. So it's going to be pressed a little bit. I was hoping to get it farther out. I think we'll work on it so it's not pressed against, because we got plenty to work with. I want to bring the arm out a little bit, but and we want to take this in a little bit, around. Stop, cut, or up to the stop cut, pardon me. So now it's starting to look pretty decent. Round this off again. Now again, we've got all this wood to play with as the beard. But again, I'm hoping to bring the arm out a little more. Now we're taking shape. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to put some more pencil marks in. This is a glove, not a mitt. Let me get that out of the way. So, since the bell is going to be like this is a guideline. This is not a cut line. There's a little bit you're going to round up to that, but I'm putting this in to get the feel of what's going on. Because this was going to be like this part, as well as I drew this line right here, because you know where the bell is going to be, so we can straighten that out a little bit. And then let's put the middle. How would that look? Because if we did that, then that means we're going to have to bring this down some more, so that line I made is up. So that's, like I said, that's a guideline. It's not we're not going to cut into it. And since he's grasping, I want it to come more around inside. We'll adjust that beard. And like I said, I know this kind of came out a little bit here, but we will adjust that. And I want to leave that right there because it shows we're getting there. This is what we got so far. We'll come back. We'll be back. Yeah, because this is going to have to be rounded a little bit this way and rounded a little bit this way, but we'll be back. But in here, now this is going to be a little screwy. Now I got the flap of the glove, but I think we can flip that a little bit here. Let's shape it. I want it to be about the same. What do you call it? The wrist guard or the wrist flap, of this glove. Now this is going to be a little bit screwy. And again, stop cut. Bring it in a little bit. While we're at it, while we're right here, might as well let's do this. I mean, we'll probably end up doing more. But for now. Sometimes, I don't know if you do that too, is while we're here, while you got this position, might as well take care of that. There's really no, sometimes there's not that much of a step-by-step. Whatever you're in a good position to do. Okay, again, we're going to be careful because we're not going to hit that hole. We don't want to hit that hole because I think this one's going to be a little more difficult than that last one. Again, this must be rounded. Oh, what's this mess here? Boy, I left a big mess there. All this is going to be rounded. Now the hand, again, this hand is going to go, and this hand is going to go, am I in? Okay. A little bit of this. So we got a little bit of this. Now the problem I had a problem with that, is that my, it was the blade, bit was not long enough, so it had to come from both directions. So let's hope I didn't. I mean, it'll be hidden when you put your bag in the top of the bag. Any screw up with that hole will be should, my favorite word. Let's cut this off. Now it's starting to look good. Or look decent, but I think I may have cut in here too much. I think I have. I mean, we can adjust it. Like I said, the hand, yeah, we'll bring it in. That's right, because the hand is pushing against it. The hand will win. Let me clean all this up first, as well as rounding it. So I want the right mark. So again, there's the hole. And I think I got enough. Like we did here, this is where the fingers are going to be. Then we just need to round this off a bit here. Let's get that out of that unsightly cut mark there. Now again, and be careful you don't get into that hole. Watch where that hole is. And we remember we want to round it because that's this part here. And we want to